Alright guys, so I'm back with another video. Yes, I'm showing my face for this whole video because we have to talk about the S10 and what I have planned for it. So right now I have you guys propped up on the suspension on the race car right now, but I think for the S10 this year we're going to go pretty crazy with some of the stuff I got going on with it. I got a transmission and another engine for it, along with a new carburetor too. It is actually sitting right there with that air cleaner on top of it. So once we get that all figured out, this engine should be making around 350 right where I want to be, and I will be running a MSD ignition with it too, so it should make good spark. It should have some good power for it. We're also getting rid of the Turbo 400 or Turbo 450 or whatever it is. The junk transmission, what it is. It was reliable. It did really good burnouts for most of the part. Otherwise, we're going with the Turbo 350 now, which, I mean, it came out of a race car, so I couldn't complain that it's going to work really good for what we're going to do with it. I mean, yes, this truck is just for the streets. It's not made for drag racing. So the truck will probably never see a real track. I mean, if I do, it'd probably go to the Madison International Speedway, and it'll do the drags they have there, but I'm going to highly doubt I'm going to do that because, yeah. And yes, guys, it is cold in the garage, but it's a perfect temperature right now, so I just turned the heater off and the radio off so you guys can actually hear me talk to you guys. So yeah, the difference between this engine is this is all aftermarket. It's got a 2-valve release pistons in it. It's got the 6.0 rods in it, so it's a longer stroke, and plus it's all racing and stuff like that. All we got to do is change the oil pan, which that's not too big of a deal. We just put a lot of silicone on that so it don't leak. That's one of the problems we've always had in the past. So the transmission too. We just got to make sure the dipstick where the tube goes into the transmission, we got to make sure that don't leak onto the exhaust and onto the stuff underneath. Yes, it'll prevent it from rusting, but I didn't really like how much it really leaked onto the truck. So with that being said, yes, I had problems with the S10 over the summer. I don't remember if I made a video of the engine getting pulled out once again. The engine did get pulled out and rebuilt. I put all new gaskets in that thing just to get it to stop leaking oil. And, well, actually it was burning oil, so I put brand new rings in the thing, brand new bearings in it, just so the engine would last long too without putting oil in it. I kept putting oil in it. Let's say I drove it for a good straight 42 minutes. I couldn't estimate how much oil actually burnt, but there's a good amount that burnt out of the truck. So the transmission too, that was a big problem in the beginning of building this truck with the cooling lines for it, which I think I want to rerun those. I want to put them under the truck because yes, this truck will never be off-roaded. But I will build like a little scoop for it so that way the air can get directed into it and it won't have a problem with keeping the transmission cooled, so when we're doing big burnouts, we'll have no problems with that. With the radiator, it'll probably stay the exact same. Everything will stay the same. The front pulleys, I think I want to change those. And, I mean, honestly, the old V-belts that are on there, those work good too, but I want to have, let's see, I got a pulley for example right. So this is the pulley off of the race car. Yes, it's completely aluminum billet too, so it's really nice and light, so it'll spin faster and stuff like that. It's got all different mounting holes on it. It's all nice, and then I can get rid of the custom-made factory Chevy spacer plate, so I can run a short neck water pump, which I actually have an extra one, so we can put that on. This is what the water pump will look like when I get done with it. It's the exact same thing except for the neck on it is a little bit shorter. And this is the power steering pump I plan on running with AN fittings, so they will never blow off, they won't leak. All I have to do is tighten them down and they're good to go, which is a big part of the whole reason why I want to get rid of that stuff, because it always leaked. So I will show you the engine. Yes, it is under a cover right now, so we'll see if I can drag it out a little bit or just leave it where it's at and uncover it and show you guys. It's not the cleanest looking engine, but we can clean it up. we can put different valve covers on it, you know, and all that good stuff. So I'll show you guys. So right there is the transmission. It's a turbo 350. Oh crap, I could probably go like that. It's a turbo 350 transmission. So we'll see what this does. It does have a little bit of a shift kit on it right here. That's all got to get taken care of and put back to a stock Chevy one. I'm not exactly too sure what I'm all going to have to change on this. I would like to change the truck over to manual, but I have another transmission that is manual and another S10 that I want to try to put a 350 in just to see what it's like with the manual transmission and if they can hold up and do all that good stuff. I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm just kind of going off what I think is going to work. I'll get back to you guys when I get the engine out. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, but I cannot flip my camera back over, so it's stuck on the facing camera. But here is the engine right here. Yes, that's the engine we're going to be putting in. It came out of the race car over there, so the car made good power. I mean, it had manifolds on it, which are right there. These will be short tube headers, you know, the ones that come with the S10. Also, you know, you got the gaskets for them, you know. Those are what headers look like that are upper headers. So those are for horsepower, I believe. The ones that go down are for torque. I can't exactly remember which one's which, but you guys will know. Some of you people will, some of you won't. Some of the viewers are just learning about this stuff, and I apologize, I'm not the best teacher about this stuff, but I'm teaching you guys what I know about this stuff, and I'll do an update video. The S10 is not currently at my house, it's at my grandparents' house getting stored for winter. As you can tell, it's getting cold. It's probably about 24 degrees out right now. And yeah, that might just wrap up this video, guys. I'm sorry I don't have very much content coming out for you guys right now, but please like and subscribe and stick around. I trust, promise me, you'll see some good videos.